Hello students, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to our online class of Islamic Studies. We are going to start a new topic today from Unit Faith and Worship, which is the importance and excellence of supplication. The objective of this topic is to introduce you guys with the importance and simple form of worship. Why do we call it a simple form of worship? Because it does not take much of your time and effort, and yet it has a very big impact. Dua is an Arabic word which means to call out. This is a great blessing of Almighty that He has established a very strong bond of communication between Himself and us in the form of supplication, which is dua. This is a source of immense blessings and benevolence for us mortals in all situations. When the Almighty created human being, He also produced some tests and tribulations, some worries and some needs as well, which seem to surround and engulf Him. Human beings should express his helplessness humbly and beg, implore and offer supplications to the Creator to fulfill His needs. It is essential for human being to praise and beseeches the Almighty, so that he realizes fully well that if needs and problems have been given to us by Allah, then the method to avoid these difficulties and solve these problems is also with Allah. So to steer clear of all sorrow, suffering, and calamities, human beings should always seek divine help and guidance, for as Allah Almighty says, "And your Lord says, call on me, and I will answer you, for every small or big need." The Almighty likes His devotees to beseech Him again and again for every small or big need of His, and it be fulfilled repeatedly by His grace. Indeed, unfortunate is the person who disregards such an excellent boon and form of worship as supplication. It is narrated by Hazrat Abu Huraira that the Prophet ﷺ said, Allah Almighty is angered by the person who does not implore Him. This hadith also clears the meaning of the ayat written above, which is, if you have any kind of a wish or a need, you always have to ask and pray Allah to fulfill it. In Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah Almighty says, "And when my servants ask you concerning me, then surely I am very near. I answer the prayer of the suppliant when he calls on me, so they should answer my call and believe in me that they may walk in the right way." In this verse, Allah Almighty is giving us or His believers a surety that He will always listen sooner or later, or whenever He finds it better for us. A hadith of our beloved Prophet ﷺ says, "Every time when 1/3 of the night remains, then the Almighty asks that, who is there supplicating to me so that I can accept his prayer? Who is there? Who is imploring me so that I can bestow on him? And who is there who is asking for forgiveness so that I may pardon him?" From this hadith, we should be very clear that Allah Almighty is always ready to listen to us. It is always us who are ignorant and do not pay attention. Now, let's move to the next topic, which is whose supplications are accepted and when. It is proved by hadith of the Holy Prophet ﷺ that Allah Almighty accepts the supplications of some special people, and there are particular occasions and times when they are granted most often. Here we have some examples. The number one is after the obligatory prayers. Every day at dawn, after Azan, between azan and standing up for prayer, which is called as akamat, or when akamat is given. On the night between Thursday and Friday, the whole day of Friday, after reading the Holy Quran, while it is raining, the supplication of parents for their children, the supplication of a ruler who is just towards his people, after hearing the rooster. Do you know that a hadith in Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, when you hear the rooster, then ask Allah's bounty, because the rooster has seen an angel and has given the azan. The existence of angels is auspicious, for when we supplicate, they say Ameen. When you hear the donkey bray seek protection from Allah, because he has seen the devil and called out. The supplication of an oppressed person, the whole month of Ramadan, the supplications of a traveler while he is traveling, during war, in religious gatherings of Muslims, on the night when the Holy Quran was first revealed, which is 27th of Ramadan, the supplication of a fasting person when he breaks the fast, in congregations where the Almighty and Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam extolled, when we seize the Kaaba, the dutiful, obedient child's supplication for parents. Now we know why should we all be working on ourselves. The supplication of a good person, the supplication of a sick person until he recovers, like when we are suffering from some disease or from fever, from flu, etc. The supplication of one performing Hajj until returning home, the supplication of a mujahid until he is martyred, the supplication of one brother for an absent brother, the second half of every night, the first third and the last third of every night. So now we know that Allah Almighty has given us a lot of opportunities. It is us who are ignorant or ignore these or do not avail these opportunities. That is it for today. Guys, we will continue this chapter in our next class. Let's move to your homework. For your homework, you have to do question number 1, 2, and 3 from exercise on your copies. Question number 1 is describe the exact meaning and intent of supplication in detail. Question number 2 is why is it essential to implore and beseech the Almighty? Question number 3 is who are the people whose supplications are accepted and when are they accepted? We have discussed the answer of all 3 questions in very detail in today's class. So I'm sure you will not find difficulty finding the answers. But make sure before diving in in doing the questions, first you have to do the reading of the chapter. Thank you so much. Take care. Allah Hafiz.